back. What is good, everybody? Am I recording? I'm recording. Okay. So, man, okay. I might sound different because I just took a break and I went and ate some food. And so I wonder, it's like, oh, my after food voice. Yes, I'm much now more sophisticated. Or I'm just like, oh, I'm some gluttonous pig man. Oh, man. All right. So where do we leave off? Talking about, so, man, this has been a dope episode so far, I think. If you think, go ahead and go tell us on some reviews on aiiiiitunes.com with a 5-star rating. And that would be pretty illmatic, I'd have to say. What does this bar mean? Okay, we're still recording, whatever. I'm not gonna trip then. Sorry. So how do I want to say this? When it comes to celebrating each other's wins, I don't even want to say wins. That's why I was hesitant to say that. When it comes to celebrating each other, yeah, that's a way more powerful way to say it. When it comes to celebrating each other, it's such a weird thing. Like, I feel like oftentimes I notice that people aren't quick to celebrate you and your ideas or accomplishments until it's safe to do so. And what is that safe? I think that safe is until other people are like, this is okay, this is cool. You know, it's like if you feel something and it resonates with you and it's like, okay, this is cool. And then you see other people, or like if somebody posts something kind of controversial or says something controversial, excuse me. If somebody says something controversial, like a lot of people will wait to respond or react to that. And it's interesting that people are afraid or they wait until other people like it. Because I've caught myself doing that too, where I'm like, for the sake of transparency, like, for example, scrolling through Instagram, like somebody will say something that has to do with some sort of way of thinking or one line of thinking or something. And I'll be like, oh, that, yeah. But then I'll like, hold on. And I'll click the comments and I'll read through them like, oh, shit, this guy in the comments just disproved like that guy's entire point by saying this one little thing, you know? And I'll catch myself checking stuff like that. I'm kind of like, why do I even care, you know? But I realize because it's kind of like, for one, I want to make sure that if I'm supportive of something, that it's something that I actually believe in and I know the truth all the way, you know? Like, for me, oh, that's a whole mess of words I'm trying to say. For me, when it comes to like, what am I trying to say? When it comes to, I keep trying to say supporting and promoting at the same time. When it comes to supporting like organizations and different things like that, I'm not very fast to do so. Or when it's like for example, okay, if you ever go to Trader Joe's and you go outside and there's the Save the Whale people and they're saving the whales by getting petitions. And those petitions are written and made by whatever organization. I don't know. But I don't know about really what the organization's about or the intentions, you know? And so I'm like not quick to support that. Now, granted, obviously I love some whales and I want to see them live, and if I can save some whales, that's fucking cool. But the reality is, like, if I put my signature on that paper, how's that helping the whales? Like, what is it actually doing? Like, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to sit there and read the whole thing long enough to really comprehend all the way, like, intellectually. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the same token, I personally, well, I guess let me say this first. I'm not going to go sign that Save the Whale paper or put myself on the Save the Whales petition or none of that shit, because like, what is that doing? Like, who's that going to? Where's it going to? Like, There's just so much I don't know. Now you can give me the spiel, whatever, what it's supposed to do, all of that, but what is the actual truth about it? Not like what the sales pitch is, but it's like, what's the actual truth about this? And I don't know. So if I put that money there, I don't know where the fuck it's actually going. Okay, let's say I know the title of the company. Okay, but where is it actually going? And once you go deep into a lot of these organizations, like somebody's making loot off of this oftentimes. Money doesn't go to places to not get spent or used on shit, So, I totally just fucking spaced. Oh, with the Save the Whales thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna go sign the Save the Whale petition. I'm just not going to. And what I will do is pick up trash when I'm at the beach. I always pick up trash at the beach. I'll be the example of that. I show my kids to do that. I teach my kids to do that. That was the first thing me and my second son ever did together. That was the first thing that we ever did together with my youngest son, was pick up trash at the beach. After he was born, that was the first thing we ever did. Excuse me. You know what I mean? It's like that is that important. So I look at this as the same way I look at politics, which is, politics. Tread on me or don't tread on me, but make sure it feels good. No, I see it the same way as politics, which is like, I'm not gonna go fucking get involved and do all that shit unless I'm actually gonna go do something about it. Like, that's why I don't feel like a fucking hero, or I don't think it's noble to fucking, I don't, I don't, how do I say this without coming off like, I don't know, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's like, to me, it's not impressive. There you go. I don't think that that's even like a good deed when it comes to voting for president and all that. When it comes to local shit, yeah, okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like presidency and all that shit, and politics in that sense. Is if I like, my vote isn't gonna fucking do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just signed a paper that's not actually okay. If that my signature on a piece of paper goes somewhere and somebody else does something about it, cool. But that's my signature for them to do something. That's not me actually doing anything about anything. So, like I said, the way I see it is, if I want to do something about politics, I will go be a politician. I will go be a senator, governor, whatever, mayor, whatever I want to, whatever is of interest to me, or whatever I think is fun, or is of like that strikes, some passion chord, like some chord of passion inside me, or something like that. Like, okay, then, all right, I fuck with that all day long, because I'm doing something about it. But I'm not going to go and think that I'm doing all this greater good, or think that other people are so noble and heroes and all this shit because you write your name somewhere, you got to do more shit than that. Why am I even off on this tangent, dude? Like I said, I do always circle back. I like to, how I explain things is how I explore. Like, I will go down this fucking aisle, and then I'm like, wait, retrace. Oh, this aisle can't go any farther. Or this valley doesn't go any farther. Let's go back. And then I'll go back to my main trail. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where we're, like, that's where we're going. With the sign, the Save the Whales thing, it is, like I said, is the same way I see politics. Is like, I'm not, that's, to me, putting my name on the paper, I don't feel like I'm doing anything that noble or that heroic, or I'm doing my duty. But I will go pick up trash on the beach. And if there's an issue in society that bugs me or intrigues me, or is like, I'm not okay with, I will, and I do something about it. That's why the show is here, is because I'm not hearing the conversations. I'm hearing some, but I'm not, like, the conversations that I've been having personally with people, or the ideas that I think, or whatever I learn, or whatever. I'm like, yo, this needs to be shared. This is my civic duty. This is what I'm doing. If you're inspired, or something I share helps save your life, or change your perspective, or open your mind, or makes your life easier, or provides a shortcut, then that's me doing my duty. Now, That's just my new thing. And I'm trying to get comfortable with saying that and being that and really get that ingrained into my head. Because what I'm used to saying and declaring who I am, which I still am, is a person who creates fun and peace of mind for families and creates freedom and just a loving and safe space and environment. And to me, saving kids' lives is something that I'm really passionate about. So that's what I do that's my full-time living, is I teach babies how to save their lives in the water as young as 6 months old. And I can do it faster than anybody else that I've ever met on this planet. So I'm like, yo, this is what the fuck I'm doing. I wanted to be a firefighter. I broke my neck. I broke my skull, neck, and back. I had a bunch of other circumstances happen. But psych. And that's fine. Because I could have just said, fuck, it's over. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know how many people told me not to ride motorcycles? How many people told me not to skateboard? How many people told me not to do all the things that I love to do after I broke my neck and all that? It was like pretty phenomenal, you know? And it's like, oh, you shouldn't do this. Whether people said it out of love or not, it's like, it's still some form of doubt and it still creeps in and it still does something, you know? And that's why I think it's interesting, because it seems, I don't know if it's just my experience or not, but it seems like a lot, like, now, nobody take this is what I'm not saying. I'm not saying, oh, nobody supports me, blah, blah, blah. No, not at all. Whenever I feel like that, I realize it's because I have expectations of how I would support somebody else's idea. And I feel sad or something or let down when they're not as excited about my idea. Like, I've literally had people who are super close to me. I've shared with them like crazy, like, to me, I've sat on this for like, I've been constructing and working for months and months and months. And it's been almost a year that I've been constructing this plan. And I've literally been met with silence or no reply or just subject change. And I'm like, oh my God, so heartbreaking. Like, fuck. And then I'm going through like, oh, my friends aren't supporting me, this and that, whoever. And then it's like, no. The only reason I have that perspective is because I have this expectation that they should act how I would act if they were to tell me that they were creating whatever. You know, if they told me they were starting a show, I would just like, fuck yeah, let's go. How do I help? Where do I support? What do I share? You know what I mean? Like, my willingness to support is going to be usually beyond what they even have prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm stoked about it. Like, when my friends and stuff, and I think it's because it's like, yeah, I think from a entrepreneur mindset, like I want to work for myself. I'm gonna rephrase it. I'm gonna practice not saying that word. I'm just gonna say do what I love, because that's what I do. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a terrible entrepreneur. If I'm gonna if I compare myself to other entrepreneurs, I fucking suck. And what I am really good at is having fun and enjoying life, even though crazy circumstances can happen. I've learned how to be present with myself and my emotions and my feelings, and I've really taken on emotional intelligence. And that story I told about Hawaii, where the miracle happened, I realized like the world just won't let me die. I was able to receive that blessing and that miracle from that guy. Well, Jesus, I guess. Because I had emotional intelligence applied. I was listening to the right voices in my head. I was listening to the right thoughts. I was listening to the right feelings inside my stomach, you know? And I started supporting myself, you know, like emotionally. And that's important as a man, is to be able to support yourself emotionally. And that ties back into being able to cry, feel sad, all those things. That is supporting yourself emotionally. Like, think about how it is, like, if you're a dude and you've ever held a girl who's crying, you know, and you just held her through it and you didn't say anything, you're just holding her. Whether it's your mom, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your grandma, your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, whoever, you know, like, let's say I realize I didn't have to paint that as, oh, your girlfriend, whatever, but like, I guess I'm just speaking from my personal guy point of view, but like, that feeling of when you're there for somebody and they cried and you're there for them, man, like, that's some real shit. It's like that after effect, that after calm, that like that breath, like, not like after the Like, not that you just got your fucking ass whooped by your parents cry, but the like, yo, this is really sad. um yeah, so getting in touch with that is what's important, and I know that me being in touch with my feelings is what is guiding me and helping me to become freer and more open to be open to blessings and more money. And now that I'm like, okay, money's not evil, money's not bad. And when I had that realization that the world's not going to let me starve, I wasn't looking at that from, oh, I could just bum off people. That was not my context, if you took that from that, just to clarify. um it was definitely not, oh, I could just be a bum, people will feed me. That was absolutely not what I took from it. What I got from it was that, like, I'm free to do whatever I want to do. And within my own personal guidelines and my morals, like, as long as it's not hurting anybody or hurting the world or any beings or anything, then I'm fucking free to do whatever I want. And if I'm going to be a person who spreads love and spreads positivity and is a pillar of that, and if that's my reputation and that's what people say behind my back, I'm fucking cool with that, man. It's like, you can think I'm annoying, you can think whatever I'm saying is boring, you can judge me however you want. You can call me uneducated, you can call me ghetto, you can call me white boy, you can call me whatever. Like, how, like, I realized I should touch on that. Growing up, being called white boy was like super offensive to me, because it just, in an Asian town, and I always felt dirty for being half white in a very with Chinese family, and like, yeah, there's just a lot of it is my own BS, but like, that shit happens, and it affects me, and it affects us, and like how we relate to ourselves. So I think when it comes to like people seeming like they're not being supportive, we need to go back and support ourselves and really like check ourselves and love ourselves, and like be transparent and vulnerable with ourselves, because as soon as we can do that with ourselves, automatically that's being transparent with others. I know with that first episode, I really told the truth on myself about a lot, and there's a lot where I really fucking exposed myself, and I realized that sounded funny. If somebody takes a clip of that, damn it, I set myself up, man. The internet is quick too, so as soon as like people start watching the show, I'm sure it's gonna get fucking whatever, dude. Damn it, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, yeah, so it's like, I don't know, just do your best to hype up the people in your life, hype yourself up, believe in yourself, even when it's hard. Take time, learn how to rest. If you're a hustler, learn how to rest. If you're a real fucking hustler, you know how to rest. If you can grind, then you better know how to fucking rest. I'm telling you, because we're not young forever. I'm fucking 35. Like, I don't even believe it, and the people around me don't believe it, that, that we're this age, the people I grew up with and whatever. So it's like, we need to be transparent, man. We need to be real with ourselves. I think it was kind of something I was saying, but when I exposed myself, when I shared openly and authentically about myself and my status on the first episode, and even within the second one, I share the dirt on myself. I'm just putting it out there, man, because what happens is, through my sharing, other people will relate. And whether you grew up in gang lifestyle, you grew up fucking playing computer your whole life, you never fucking went outside, whether you grew up homeless, whether you grew up fucking fighting every day, whether you grew up in between, anything, there's something that's relatable to it because it's authentic. And that transparency and that authenticity is something that I keep practicing, and it's something I believe in, and I'm going to keep talking about it and keep fucking putting that out in the world, because that's what I want reflected back to me. So we just gotta keep it authentic, man. So that kind of ties back into, like, it's easier to do what we love when we're real with ourselves, because then we don't really care if people think we're poor. When it's like, well, fuck, if I have $1 in my bank account or negative 400 in my bank account, you're going to think I'm poor. So, fuck, if I go work for myself and I take that leap, everyone's going to know that I'm poor. Well, don't relate to yourself as poor. Relate to yourself as, I'm taking a fucking chance, And the sooner that you believe in that, the sooner you're actually doing that. So doing what we love is the most important thing. And that leads me to say we've got a very special episode next episode, because we actually are going to be having our first guest and our first interview. Keep in mind, it was my first one ever, and I am cringing at myself when I hear myself talk, but there's some fucking hella dope ass points in there that are just absolutely fire. And the reason I chose the first guest that we chose, I'm not going to say who it is quite yet, but the reason the first guest was the first guest is because he was one of the people that's absolutely responsible for this show being live, being real. He's the person who showed me how to use all the computer equipment. He helped me put the programs on my computer. He helped me learn how to sync the camera with I'm being real, I'm not exaggerating at all. He helped me learn to like record with the camera, put the camera the right distance. He helped me sync the video with the audio from the microphones and the headphones and stuff with the soundboard, and how to export it and how to combine them and how to edit them and just how to get started. So that's why,
damn, dude,
you got to have fucking people who support you, man. And that's why you got to be transparent and real and vulnerable with yourself and your friends, because this is how you get the help you need. I came to him knowing he's an expert and knowing I'm not even a beginner. I'm lower than a beginner. You know, I'm a fucking Barney to this, which is a pre-kook, if you know surf lingo. I'm not even a kook yet. I'm Barney when it comes to this. So that it's intimidating, but I just opened myself up and it's like, okay, yes, I'm older and whatever, and it's gonna be embarrassing because I'm exposing myself that I don't have, like, I'm exposing that I don't have these skills. Like, I'm just being like, I don't have these skills, you know? And I think that's important because that's supporting the homies. And when you let your homies or your family, whoever you love, when you let them be and put them in the position of where they're able to shine, what they're naturally good at, what they love to do, you're going to get work with passion and love. That's why you don't see fanciness in this show. You see authenticity. And that's all you're going to see. And I mean, maybe someday you see fancy because I'm into that, but like, you're going to see authenticity no matter what, first and always. I don't give a fuck about looking cool. I don't give a fuck about looking good. I don't give a fuck about looking bad. Fuck that. Straight up. So with that being said, like, support yourself, find supportive friends, put yourself out there, because that's the only way people are going to be able to support you. You've got to put it out there. I couldn't have received a lot of the love and support that I've received without putting it out there. Yeah, there's times I'll fucking put all these posts and all these ideas and all this shit, and then nobody will respond. Nobody will like it. Nobody will whatever. But at the same time, everybody's always watching. Keep in mind, if there's something you're starting up and you're worried about exposure or whatever, everybody is always watching. They're always watching. And I don't mean, oh, your computer spying on your phone. No, I mean, it is, but what I mean is everybody's paying attention to what you're doing. Most people aren't going to say it because they need to feel safe about, to be able to confirm that, okay, this guy's doing this, that's good, let's support it. You have to push through that initial hard part where people just aren't all the way supporting your ideas and when they don't see what you see, One thing is with this podcast, if you just listen to it, it kind of sounds like, oh, he's just kind of going off the fly. No, everything I'm doing is very intentional and very on purpose. And there's a very, very specific and exact order to the way I'm doing things. And I've just been practicing and practicing and practicing. So yeah, it might sound freestyled. It might sound this, that, and that's fucking tight, because to me, that is me doing what I love, to be able to put something where I'm not really, well, I guess I do practice, where I'm practicing and then I'm putting it into real life and having fun with it, I would be the king of saying, like, whatever. If you follow my personal page, then you can go back and see those early videos, how many times I would stutter and say, or, you know what I'm saying? I did that a lot in my first episode because I was hella nervous, but like, fuck it, Um, oh, so back to that free gift that I was mentioning. If you guys have, how do I want to say this? Let's put this. How do we put this? Okay. For one, okay, I jumbled everything. See, I allow shit like this and I don't edit it out because this is what's real, and it's like this is how you get through the process and how you get better. The more cringy shit I put out, the more less cringy shit I put out later because I fucking unwrinkled it all. That's funny. So if there's any guest recommendations or guests you want to see on the show, or you have any show recommendations or topic recommendations, anything that has to do with some real ass shit. Yeah, I'm into like superficial shit, you know, like motorcycles and fucking skateboarding and surfing and off-roading and shit like that. I'll talk about that, but I'm also gonna fucking go into some crazy deep shit with it too, so know that also. So if you have questions or ideas or topics or suggestions, shoot them to me on the iTunes review section. Leave a 5-star review, click the 5 stars, and then leave your question, your recommendation, your suggestion in the comment section there, and then I will read it live on the next episode that I record. So we've got the first 10 people to go and comment, to leave a comment. I will send you some free stickers. All you've got to do is leave your Instagram handle. You have to have an Instagram to be able to win this. So if you want some free Damn Dude Podcast stickers, holler at me on the iTunes review section in the comment section with a 5-star, and I will direct message you on Instagram and get your info and on where I can send you some free goodies. Because I just want you guys to know I fucking appreciate you guys and I love you guys, man. Like, if I didn't mean that, I wouldn't have tatted it on my face. So do what you fucking love. My first guest is one of the coolest fucking people I know. I love and respect this dude so fucking much. Like I said, he helped make this dream real. And he's one of the hardest working people I know. He's one of these people that his actions are far above what he'll ever let you see in the media or on the internet or through social media. He's somebody who does what he loves and just keeps fucking learning and learning and learning and growing and growing and learning, and is pretty fucking dope. So make sure that you guys go and tune in to, find all our episodes. We're everywhere. You can go find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, TuneIn Alexa, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Pocket Casts, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index, Overcast, Castro, Castbox, and Podfriend. While you're at it, go check out www.fin2swim.com to see some little babies do some of the coolest shit you've ever seen in your life. Little babies can start swimming as young as 6 months old, or as soon as they're crawling or walking or sitting up and rolling over. You can also check out at Fin2Swim on Instagram, FIN, the number 2 swim. Go give a follow and a like, and tell them you heard us here. And what else? Watch out for our next guest in our next episode. Again, leave us a comment, review, follow us on Instagram at Damn Dude Podcast, at DAMNDUDEPODCAST, all one word, Damn Dude Podcast. Or just click the hashtag Damn Dude Podcast or Damn Dude or California Cal. You'll find me all over the place there. Oh, also, we're on Facebook as well, so find us there at Damn Dude Podcast. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I love you guys. It was raining like crazy in San Diego. It was hailing. It was Eddie Van Halen out there. And on that note, much love. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Peace.
Nothing
Roostertail Official. He got new music out on Spotify as well. At Rooster Tale Official on Instagram. Peace.